Hi there, it's Tyler from electricshaverguide.com, and this is a review of the Remington F5, the Remington F5790. And I got this shaver from shaveroutlet.com. So if you're looking for any shavers, shaving accessories, or any shaver parts, I suggest you check out their website. This is going to be quite a thorough and fair review. We'll try to do it as quick as we can. We'll throw up a quick table of contents. You can jump ahead to different sections, or you can watch the whole thing straight through. In the box, you'll get the razor itself, you'll get the electric cord for charging, you'll get a set of instructions, a cleaning brush, and a safety cap. Taking an up-close look at the Remington F5, you can see it is a bit bulky, it does kind of have that plasticky type of feel, but it is a budget shaver. The pop-up trimmer is located on the back. The first setting will lock the shaving head into place, and the second setting will allow you to use the trimmer, which is good for straightening your sideburns, and just pulling it back clips it back into place. You can see there are 3 foils on the Remington F5, and that's the same as the Remington F6 and 7, whereas the previous model, the Remington F4, only had 2 foils. So those are the major differences between the models. The other difference is just with the battery displays. On the Remington F5, there's an indicator bar which tells you how much battery life is left. On the Remington F4, it will just tell you when the battery needs to be recharged. And on the F6 and 7, there's going to be a digital battery display. In terms of shaving performance, the only thing that matters is the extra foil. So the Remington F5, 6, and 7 will shave better than the Remington F4, but you don't really need a digital display, so I would say stick to the Remington F5. You probably don't want to go higher than that. It's probably not worth the extra cost to get a digital display. One thing about the design on these Remington F shavers that I didn't like was having to remove the foil cap. You have to be quite firm and delicate at the same time. You're going to have to do that every time you want to clean your shaver thoroughly. But overall, I think the design is pretty good. You have to remember, this is a budget shaver. You can find it online at a sales price of around $50. Cleaning the shaver is pretty straightforward. You're just going to want to remove the foil cap. It's important to remember that the front has 2 small lines, whereas the back has 3 small lines, so that's important for removing and putting the foil cap back on. Once you've gently removed the cap, you can just brush away any stubble on the blades and within the sides of the blades. And once you've done that, if you want, you can also rinse it under running water, and just rinse the shaving head. Don't submerge the whole shaver under running water. You don't want to directly brush the foil, so you can also rinse that under running water, or you can simply just blow away any stubble. Once you're done, shake away any large water drops and just set the shaver and the foil down to dry. So just some final thoughts on the Remington F5. I think as a cheap budget shaver, it does a pretty good job. You can get it online at a retail or at a sales price for around the $50 mark. So you're not going to spend a lot, and I think if you compare this one to some of the other models that are around $50, it is going to shave pretty well. On my cheek area and my lip area, I did a pretty good job at delivering a nice smooth shave with a bit less irritation than the previous F4 model, and that's what I experienced. But shaving my chin and neck area, if you do have thick facial hair, I think you're going to run into a slight problem with it not catching all the hairs. but it was by all means not a terrible shave. It just, I did notice that some of the more advanced shavers do shave quite better on the neck and chin area, which is understandable. Again, this is only around $50. So if you're looking for a cheap kind of budget shaver, which does a pretty good job, and you're not going to spend a lot of money, then the Remington F5 could be a good match for you. And just concerning all the other models, the Remington F4 is going to be cheaper. The F4 sells for about closer to $30, in between $30 and $40 if you get it on sale online. But I did notice that the F5 did perform better, so for an extra $20 I would go with the F5. The 3 blades did make it a bit more comfortable, but I wouldn't go above the F5 model. The F6 and the F7, like we mentioned, the only difference is going to be with the battery display. So if you're looking at these F models, the F5 I think is the best one. Like I said, if you're looking for a cheap budget shaver, you don't want to spend a lot. I think it's worth it, but again, if you do opt in to get something a bit more advanced, a bit more expensive, I think you will get better shaves as well. So if you do decide to get this one, I hope you get good results. And like I did mention, I got this from shaveroutlet.com. So if you're looking for any shavers, shaving accessories, or any shaver parts, then I suggest you give that website a check. Thanks for watching, and if you'd like to get more detailed information on electric shavers, you can visit the website electricshaverguide.com. And if you found this useful, you can subscribe with the button on the screen. You can always go visit the Facebook page as well. Like always, whatever shaver you do choose, I hope you get good results. If you're interested in this particular unit, you can find the sales price through the link below.